With HelloFund Auction, you can select a keyword. Your keyword is going to be utilized for both your auction link and if you decide to use text to give throughout the year. When you do sign up with HelloFund Auction, you do have the option to utilize it up to 4 auctions per year. And in the very top right, you can copy your bidding URL, open it up in a new tab, and this will be your main auction landing page. On the landing page, this is a one-page design, and um, each section has its own title. So if I click on About, it's going to jump down to the About section of the website. I can do the paddles up portion if I want to embed that into the main auction page and have a thermometer and goal along with donors information, who all gave, and sponsorship logos as well. I can embed YouTube videos. We can thank all of our sponsors, create a QR code, as well as text to donate. So it's going to be your keyword to 56651 to donate today. You can also embed websites, add separate types of images here. If you're doing a virtual auction, you can do a live stream, and then you have the auction preview. You can also move these sections throughout the page as well. And we have kind of a nice overview of all the auction, donation, raffle options that you can utilize for your event. So this one shows a preview of the donation option. You can go in and write some text in there about where your donation levels goes towards. You can go in and actually talk about your live auction items for people to preview. Got the ability to upload 10 images there, as well as share all these options on social media, and click on the details to get a little bit more information about each auction item. And then here's a silent auction item as well that you can go in and you can add different images, QR codes, sponsor logos if you wanted to. Just a couple of nice options in each item. And then we also have the raffle items as well that you can go into create for that. And then if I am going to log in from a bidder standpoint, you do have the option to text messages out to each of your bidders and donors. And so once they register for free, you do have a register now button if we wanted to utilize that. And so if anyone wanted to register for that auction, they could do so right here, and they would get automatic text updates or have the option to select whether they wanted text messages or not. Going back to the main auction site here, I'm going to show you how one would log in. So you click on the login register button, and it looks very similar to your phone as well. So I would just put in my email here or phone number. I'd click go, and then I've got welcome Phil Sanger, so I know it's my account. Click on continue. I do have the option to add a credit card right here if I wanted to, or I could go back to all the items to see what's there. In the very top right here, you've got your sponsor logos that'll rotate through, and it will have your organization and event title right here as well. And then I could have the option to donate directly right here and select an amount that I would like to choose. And then if I want to go look at all the items again, I can go in and preview that. Bid on a silent auction item allows me to bid a set max amount if I want to, or I can do a fast bid as well. And then going back to those items, it does show you a history of who bid. These are anonymous, so you don't know who the actual bidder is. We do have a chat feature also within HelloFund, so if you did want to open that up to have your bidders open on ask you questions on. I would recommend doing that in a set timeline during your event, maybe towards the end, or 3 hours. If that's primarily utilized for a virtual event. And then with the raffle items, you have the ability to go in and purchase those directly here. And you can also get a little bit more detail about that specific item right there as well. And then you've got a nice notification that you're winning. Now, if someone outbid me, I would get a notification that I'm losing, and if I set up the automatic text messages or allowed text messages, I would receive an outbid notification that allows me to bid again. Bid Live button is primarily for a virtual event where someone at home has the ability to bid on live auction items if they're not able to attend an in-person event. And then I'll show you, and on the donate button, it does have the thermometer and goal. If you'd like to promote that, you do have the option to take that off as well. And then I can go click on the pay button when I'm ready to check out, when the silent auction's over. And it has the option to cover the credit card fees if I wanted it to. And I also have the ability to not cover the fees if I choose not to. And then I can go in and add my credit card right here, submit, and each bidder donor would receive an automatic tax receipt. And that's really how the bidding works on both the desktop, and I'll show you how the system works when you go in to set up your auction items. You can go in and set up your landing page, and it's fairly simple to use. All you have to do is go through these sections. I can go through in the page settings and set up the font that I'd like to utilize, pick my background colors. I can create a registration ticket page or link to another page, link my donate button, or do an auction preview, set up the background image as well as logos. So there's a lot of customization that you can do to really brand it towards your organization. And then I can also add social media buttons as well that are Facebook, Twitter, email, and the link as well. And then I like to go through each section talking about the login area here. We can open the auction early or not open it early, so allows people to won't allow people to bid before they're supposed to bid. And then so there we can require credit card info if you want to add that when somebody is registering for the first time. And if you're utilizing another ticket page or sponsorship page, you can actually import all of those bidders into our system. I would just recommend I would recommend having their mobile phone number as well when you do that. And then each section here, you can give it its own title and put in different content, images, links, embed other websites if you wanted to. So there's a lot of customization with the landing page if you wanted to go through there. And then you can add sponsor logos right here, and that will show up on the auction landing page and on the bidding platform as well on their phone or desktop, however the bidder chooses to use it. And then in the bidder section, if you want to upload a bidders, you would go all the way down here under, let me go back up here, but bidders, manage bidders, scroll down to the very bottom, and you would just drop a file to upload. And I usually like to download the template so you can see what the columns that need to be imported exactly as they're supposed to be imported on there. So here's an example of first name, last name, and you don't need to include all these fields. I would just put in at least the first name, last name, and mobile phone number and email. And then you can upload them in there as well. You can also add table number if you're keeping track of tables and have assigned seating at your event. And then if you wanted to add individual bidders, you could do that as well. And I will just put it in a last name that is not mine, so it just adds in the system. And then after I add in all my bidders, I like to create pre-composed text messages to send out to everyone prior to the event. And so if we're starting our auction about a week early, we can go in and click on you can go in and click on that pre-composed text message, put your organization name, put in the codes. Hi Phil, welcome to the golf tournament. Click here to check out the silent auction and start bidding today. And then I'll put in the code for the link where the bidders can start to bid today. I usually like to send out a text to myself so that I can just test it, make sure that it's working properly. And then once that's done, I'll go ahead and filter on the types of bidders that I want to send out a text message to. So you have several different types of text messages you're going to want to send out. I like to send out something that provides you, that says a welcome text message, and then maybe 2 days later you're going to say, hey, we've got a surprise auction item this Wednesday. Check out the Lake Austin gift package. Click here. So it's a way to bring back your bidders to come bid on those items again. And then I also send out separate text messages towards the end of your auction. So if there's 30 minutes left, I send out get your final bids in now. Auction ends at 9 p.m. tonight. And then you can also send in text messages to silent and live winning bidders. It says you won. Click here to add your card and check out today. If you have any questions, please contact us at this email. So there's a lot of different types of text messages. You can also send out emails to all the bidders too if you wanted to. And then I'll touch on the items that you can, when you go click on items, manage items, you have the ability to add in individual items. And I've got all the different types of categories that we can go in. Maybe it's a silent auction item, a raffle, a sign-up party. So there's lots of different options that you have to build in the auction. And I can go in and make it active, closed, and visible so nobody sees it until a specific time. And then I can set the closing time to a later date if I wanted to. And put the starting bid value, bid increments, and buy now price. Then you can go in and add up to 10 images for each item that you have in the system. And another nice feature too is if you've already got an Excel file or a CSV file that you're keeping track of all your packages, you can just download a template and import all that information at one time. Once you import that information from the auction, all you need to do is go back in and add the images in individually. And if you need to make changes to all of your items at the same time, there's a nice feature that I can go in and close all these items, and then I can batch out all these things at the same time. Starting bid, if I wanted to change them, the starting bids, or maybe the closing time ends a day later, I can close all the items the following day. And I just hit update, and it updates all my items. We have the ability to do event tickets, so you can go in and create an event ticket page if you wanted to. We've got the ability to check people in on event night. And we've got merchant reports, so you can see how all the processing went. You can go in and batch out all the credit cards at one time, pull multiple reports, and you also have a fundraising specialist that you'll be working with directly at HelloFund to help answer any questions